Now, an inside look at CNBC's new series, No Retreat, Business Boot Camp.
Everybody's got their superpower. For me, it's the ability to get people to do things they would have never done, to get them uncomfortable, to make them stronger. I grew up in a neighborhood where there were a bunch of successful people that myself and my friends would look up to, but they smoked cigars. They were incredibly out of shape. They didn't take care of themselves, or others completely neglected their families. And I just couldn't understand, how could you crush business and then let everything else fall apart? And so I made it my mission to say, I want to work on all areas of life. I'm Joe DeSena, CEO and founder of Spartan, author, dad, and just overall pain maker. I think I always understood how short life was. And so if I could make a little bit of money and then go do something I really enjoyed, that would be amazing. And it really felt like I'd arrived when I was on Wall Street, suit and tie, billions of dollars flowing through the trading desk. But I had a picture of a red barn on that desk, and someday I was gonna get the hell out of there. Spartan was an idea that started right on this farm. We need to create a race that throws you for a loop, where everything that could go wrong would go wrong. That, to me, emulated life. That emulated business. And so Spartan was born. And then companies heard about it, the Fortune 100s, and they started sending teams here. They wanted to know what would happen when the hit the fan.
Continue at your own risk.
How would that employee react? How would that team react? And we find that out here on the farm before it's too late. The real problem companies have, they don't practice adversity. They don't develop that muscle, that skill. And when that challenge comes creeping around the corner and punches them in the face, they're not ready. No Retreat is a transformation show. I go into a company.
Joe DeSena, you called.
Nice meeting you.
My
Joe.
pleasure.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Quickly ascertain what their issues are.
We argue about where the direction of the business is going to go.
Very big labor problem in this country, right? We are definitely dealing with that.
We highlight them. Whose fault is it?
It's always the fault of corporate.
Your fault.
It's always our fault.
Right. What would you change here if you had to change anything? Thanks for calling me. I want you to come to the farm. We're gonna rip the Band-Aids off. You're gonna become a well-oiled machine. We're gonna stay on the farm until you are.
We bring the team to the farm, and then we create challenges that are specific to what's going on at the company level. And by doing that, everybody on the team starts to realize, oh my God, I can't believe we've been living with this problem. And if you want to make true change, it's got to happen at a biological level. We have to rewire the individual's brains.
Joe's methods are completely insane.
Joe is crazy, but I know there's a method to his madness.
Behind me, we've got a 100-foot mud pit. I'm gonna test your knowledge of your business, the business you borrowed $3 million to buy. So we're gonna spend a bunch of time under that barbed wire in the mud until I am convinced that you know your business. You're gonna hate me, but you're gonna be better for it. And when we're done, you're gonna have a place to go to in your mind when the going gets tough that you could refer to and say, oh, it's not that bad. Thank God we're not on the farm. Just get us away from that guy. We're running a business here, guys. Let's go. Communication is also about listening. It's not just talking.
No Retreat transforms companies because it rips everybody at that company out of their comfort zone.
Oh my God, Andy, are you all right? Andy, you good? Yeah. Be careful, Andy.
It puts the individuals in situations they would never be in. You want to turn iron into steel? How do you do it? You heat it, you pound it, and you drown it. We rip them out of their comfort zone. We shine a mirror in their face, and they transform.
Things are going to be tough, they're going to be hard, but if you want to actually make change, then this is a great experience.
How do you connect the dots from like doing hard physical things on the farm to a business? And we just saw it.
You want to build trust between some individuals within your corporation. There's no better way than having folks suffer together. They are now one unit. They've gone through hell. Communication becomes extremely succinct.
We have a communication task we've used for 20 plus years on the farm. It works hands down every time. Look, if you can't communicate effectively, you're gonna go out into the marketplace here and you're gonna stall. Companies with optimal communication do 30% more sales on average. Let's go.
When you're in a dire situation, right? If you don't communicate well, you're in pain, and everybody suffers.
Let's go. Whoa. You okay? Let's go. We got money to make.
Joe is intense. Joe's a lot. He wants to push all of us to our breaking point.
Communication. I'm the person you called for help.
Everything's falling apart, right? It just feels so wrong. It's actually very personal for me.
Let's be quiet for a moment.
When a company or an individual comes to the farm and they meet anybody that's working with me, they're the good cops. Because I have the hard job. The first person I wanted on my team was Dr. L, clinical psychologist. She takes no nonsense, and she helps me look into the minds and tell me what's really going on.
For me, one of the most important things is tearing down the defenses. We have to put you under pressure, and that's why you're here, to experience that pressure in order for you to create the change that you want. We just give you the setting.
The second person I brought on is a gentleman named Q Harrison Terry. He works with Mark Cuban and his 300 different businesses, and he handles digital marketing. He just gets it.
You got into a rhythm, that rhythm kept you going. And I think that that's a great parable in real life. When you get going and you get a flow, it doesn't matter if a hole gets poked into your business. You figure it right out. You switch from offense to defense.
I have the tough job. I've got to be the guy nobody likes. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. I'm not afraid to make you do the hard thing. But selfishly, I'm happy if you're performing your best.
Look, I don't say this often. People complain that I should say it more, but I'm proud of you guys.
You know, when I'm sitting in the living room and I'm looking at my family and I'm wondering, you know, what is success? I just have tremendous gratitude. I'm alive. The family's healthy. Success is having gratitude, is being grateful for what you have. If you're constantly chasing the next thing and you're never satisfied, that's not success. But if you could stop and look around and say, man, I am really grateful for what I have, that's success.
We've gotten closer as a family, as a team.
I think that we're gonna come back with a new level of trust in each other.
I'm really proud of my team. Coming here is probably one of the better decisions I've made. I think it's going to make a difference in the growth of my company.
This has been the most amazing, brutal, remarkable experiences of my life.
When I see companies succeed, when I see them push through, it confirms that what we're doing here works.
No Retreat Business Boot Camp. New series Tuesday, March 8th, CNBC.